Bet you didn't see that coming. You know, I wish this could be a more exciting moment. Oh, excuse me. I was... You do not go into attract mode while I'm making a selection. Oh, I guess we'll let it auto-save. For any other piece of SEGA hardware, there's usually some kind of excitement. In this case, I can't believe I'm staring at a 32X just behind the computer. Also, I am sorry about the image flicker. There's just apparently no getting around it with this capture card and splitter combination. I don't even know if it's the capture card, because when I run video directly from a Mega Drive to the card with no splitter, there's no flicker. So, there's something particular about the signal degradation on the Mega Drive with this setup where we get that intermittent flicker effect. So I do apologize for that. If someday I'm ever able to upgrade to an RGB setup, that should eliminate it, but... Yeah, it doesn't matter. Model 2, Model 1, Mega CD game, 32X game, it doesn't seem to matter, it just... Alright, that's not a half-bad tutorial, but... I'm good. Big Knuckles! Okay. The music is, absolutely incredible in this game. It's one of its greatest strengths. Be prepared to see that half-loop over narrow platform a lot. Stage and obstacle diversity is not one of this game's strong suits. Looks great though, it's like nice color use. The sprite scaling looks cool, especially considering the 32X doesn't do that from hardware, like the Mega CD or Saturn. You can really feel that in certain games, but still manages to look pretty good. So I should probably get more of this out of the way while we're in the easier part of the game. If you've watched my channel for a while, you've probably caught on that my family did have a 32X when they were brand new. my parents got hoodwinked into it at Toys R Us. Now, I don't recall ever asking for one. Now, it was, of course, massively hyped in SEGA missions. So it's very conceivable that, like, without my realizing it, I might have been like, hey, wouldn't it be great if I got one of these? Or my parents noticed it in the magazines. And then when they saw it in the stores and, you know, realized, like, hey, this is way less expensive than, like, a whole new game console, and I'm sure somebody at Toys R Us was probably like, yeah, this is the cheap way to play the future of gaming. Like, it's gonna be just as good as the Saturn and PlayStation and all. It's better than the Jaguar. Who knows? There may have been a coupon involved too, who can say. My mom was really into that. Yeah, I got the 32X, and I had this game and Star Wars Arcade, and that was it. SEGA pulled the plug on the damn thing, like barely more than a year after it was initially launched. I mean, basically, it was already done before a year was even out. There were a final few pieces of software before the full end. So, you know, the games disappeared as quickly as they arrived, both for sale and for runs. I liked my SEGA CD, but, you know, by the time that we had gotten one, support for that had disappeared, so I felt really betrayed by SEGA of America. It's like, oh, I didn't get to enjoy any of the SEGA CD, really, beyond a handful of games. The support was pulled, disappeared, 32X, same thing happened, and then I lost my trust sitting in the Saturn. It was like, it's really interesting, alluring system. Nights into Dreams was awesome, even though I didn't really understand how to play it. It was like, do I really trust them? And then, like, before 1996 was even over, like, the Saturn was already disappearing from store shelves. Here, you know, I had no idea that it was extremely popular in Japan. I was like, Sega's doing it again. I mean, there were still Genesis games. And, you know, there was still a bunch of Game Gear games being printed. It just seemed like, especially now knowing what I do, it's like Sega of America, like, at their best, they were really good at selling Genesis and Game Gear products. Like, they just could not let go of Genesis. 32X was more important than Saturn, and like, Tom Kalinske was very vocal his dislike of Saturn's architecture. But then completely got on board with this add-on that is basically the same architecture but heavily stripped down. It's like, dislike this because it's more of your idea than it is Japan's. And also because you can't get away from Genesis. I freaking love SPO, so let's go. So this game is somewhat non-linear. The stages are not played in a set order. They are partially randomized. Freaking love Vector too. should have a Vector and Vector Man team-up game. Go on, Sega. But yeah, alright, speaking of you, Sega. I understand that the 32X is seen as an embarrassment. Although in Japan it doesn't seem like as much of the case, because they had no problem releasing that like cute little 32X like add-on diorama to the Mega Drive Mini. It's like, now that's funny. It's like pretending that it didn't happen doesn't mean it doesn't change what actually happened. And never wanting anything to do with the hardware is understandable, but like the games don't deserve to be buried. Like, alright. I think Knuckles Chaotix got some kind of a PC port. Maybe I'd have to look that up again, actually. But that's it. Otherwise, it's locked to the 32X, and it doesn't deserve that. Like, okay, yeah, the Sonic Origins Museum has the soundtrack for this game. And it's a really good soundtrack. So it's better to have that preserved than nothing at all. However, the game does not deserve to languish in the obscurity of the 32X library. And the other good games on this device don't deserve to be buried forever. Like, if you have to resort to emulation, it does not take much more power to emulate this than it does one of the 16-bit Sonic games. Oh shit, oh shit. But also, you can see the way this game runs. There's no reason why it could not be retooled to work with one of Christian Whitehead's engines. Like, this could be reworked to run on the Sonic Mania engine or the Retro engine as part of Sonic Origins. It's like there's... and it would give an opportunity to maybe slightly touch up some of this game's flaws. Maybe restore anything that happened to have been left on the cutting room floor in 1995. There's no excuse to leave this buried. Do I think it's as good as the other Sonic games from the era? No, but it's still pretty good. It's a lot of fun. You know, a bitch of it was that even by 1990, let's say 7, you know, I'd gotten rid of my Sega CD, and that was a mistake, but I'd gotten rid of the 32X. Because I had already seen things like Sonic Jam, and then later things like the Smash Pack, so I was like, okay, well at least, you know, the Sonic games are going to be carried forward, and so even if I don't have the Mega Drive hooked up, you know, I can still play these games. And I figured, well, you know, all the 16-bit games, including Sonic CD, were being carried forward in some way or another. Especially as we got toward things like the Sonic Gems collection or Mega Collection. Like, cool, Knuckles Chaotix will surely be part of that. Never was. To this day, I'm like, Sega, what the hell is wrong with you? Sorry. Hit the mic. And this 32X, man, it deserves the shit it gets, honestly. But not for the fact that it's an add-on. It's like some of these self-appointed pundits and historians, video game essayists and commenters, whatever. Because some of them, the way that you hear them talk, it's like, it's just so unbelievably weird, like, SEGA made add-ons for their consoles. Like, it wasn't unusual for consoles or home computers back in the day. And computers, like, you'd add new drives, different media players, all sorts of peripherals, like, you'd upgrade the RAM and all of this stuff. That wasn't unusual. For consoles, Nintendo had the Famicom Disk System. The Nintendo PlayStation, which got cancelled. The 64DD, which was a huge disaster. Not quite as horrific a blow to the company as, you know, the 32X, but still a failed project. Didn't even leave Japan. NEC had the TurboGrafx CD, PC Engine CD. And they got even crazier with hardware revisions than Sega. There was the Jaguar CD. So it wasn't not an unusual thing. It's just the timing and execution of the 32X is terrible. And I'll say this much, that, like, because the Mega Drive was meant from the beginning to have an add-on like the Mega CD. It was never meant to have anything like that worked like this. So I can appreciate it is clever that someone figured out how to make something like this work in the first place. But it's still shit. Like, I have a high tolerance, higher than most of any of you, for old equipment. Vintage video game technology. And I am that person that does not mind wires and cords running around my floor. Like, I actually kind of like it. As long as it doesn't get out of control. But the 32X... No, it was a pain in the ass back then. It confused the hell out of me as a kid. And probably at least one of the two 32Xs that my parents took back to Toys R Us worked fine, but we just... getting it to function as it was supposed to was such a pain in the ass. But it felt like I was gonna blow the whole rig up. But even now, knowing exactly what I'm supposed to do and how this thing actually works, it's still a giant pain in the ass, and I still kinda hate it. Just... it's so fussy. It's ridiculous. For those of you who don't know, never mess with it yourself, or never even watched a video on it. God damn it. So obviously the 32X plugs into the cartridge slot on the Mega Drive. The Mega Drive sends its audio and video signal to the 32X, and it gets mixed in with the 32X's own onboard processors. And then the 32X spits that out in an AV cable to the TV. So, if you don't set up the mixer cable properly, all you will get is the 32X video. So you'll know you didn't do it correctly for certain games, like only the background will show, but not sprites or other effects. Primal Rage is an easy one because the Mega Drive is running the background, and then the 32X is running the sprites, and some of the other effects. So it's very obvious if you got it wrong. It's just so wonky. And I'm gonna mention AVGN a couple of times. Like, most of his stuff should not be taken that seriously. Like, there are some episodes where games is being a little bit more serious and informative, but still, like, it's all satire. But his 32X episode is one where I'm like, actually, it is just about that shitty. And when did that air? It was like 2000. When did he film that? 2005 or 2006 or something? It was way back when he did his 32X episode. But he mentioned he got it at a garage sale for $5. And honestly, that's how much it should still be. Like, that's the other thing. It's like a massive pile of salt in the wound. Because this thing is actually a piece of junk. And it deserves to be priced accordingly. And for the longest time, like decades, no one but the hardest of the hardcore, or, you know, people who were interested in being video game historians before, like, that was something that could get you a YouTube career or whatever. It was for the hardcore enthusiasts only. But also, it's such a trash thing to set up. But now, prices are stupid, and it costs more even than an American Saturn, and American Saturns generally go for more than their Japanese counterparts. Like, that is insanity. Most Dreamcasts you can get for less than the 32X now. It's not even that extraordinarily rare. There were 800,000 of the damn things made. Of course, with how many of them have been badly mistreated, and some of them were probably blown up just trying to keep them up. And of course, so many people have lost, like, some of the cables that go with them. So yeah, getting one that has everything that you need, and that's actually working and hasn't been completely shit on, it's not common, but... Yeah, it's like, people didn't care for decades, and it was rightly viewed as, you know, cheap junk. Just for the weirdo enthusiasts out there. And at some point, some fucking speculator or collector, set of them, just made the market go nuts. I'm guessing it was at least in part because the 32X library is about 40 games. Not counting unreleased stuff. Homebrews. So I'm sure someone looked at it as like, oh, well that'll be an easy one to get a complete set for. Ooh, that'll give me some clout with the other collectors on YouTube. Or it'll be a great investment, yeah. In the future, I'll be able to sell it as like, yeah, I've got a complete set. But this thing that nobody cared about, everybody shit on for decades. Now, most of the 32X library, software library, also goes for just absolutely stupid prices. So this game here, from my childhood, if I wanted to have a copy, even just the damn cartridge... Oh, shit. I didn't get the map rotated correctly before I tried that jump. By about the 4th special stage, you have to start getting pretty clever to succeed. But yeah, it's stupid. Stuff like... I'll just fire off some examples that I've seen, like, you know, Pitfall on 32X, the Mine Adventure. It's basically the worst version you could play. $700 for a complete copy, just because it's on the 32X. It's rare. Like, yeah, spend $30 on the Mega CD version. It's way better. 32X version doesn't even run at full frame rate that it's supposed to. Knuckles Chaotix. Price is savagely high. And I found that out before I got back into any kind of serious collecting or trying to set up a hardware rig like I have here. Because I had kept my Knuckles Chaotix manual. I had a bunch of extra manuals from back in the day. Because even when I sold certain games, I was like, I do really like reading the manuals. They don't take up much room and storage, and it's just kind of fun to occasionally revisit them. But eventually I got to a point, I think it was 2023, in the bad timeline. They're like, you know what, maybe I should just sell these extra manuals for games I don't have. And I think I also had somehow duplicates for some games that I did still have. I was like, well, you know, maybe I'll get like $5-10 and somebody can complete their game. And someone immediately like offered like, I'll give you $35 for it. It's like, that's really weird. And then I saw what had happened to the price of the game, and I was like, ah, shit. Guess I'll never have that back in my personal collection. Even stuff that nobody actually cares. It's like, oh, RBI Baseball, $99 for a complete. It's rare. It's got the registration card. Yeah, because like anybody's going to send that in to SEGA like 30 years later. Register your game 30 years late. You think SEGA cares? They'll act like that's they found gold. Oh my gosh. It's cute. Never never mind, it's not 2. What the hell is going on here? Why was he not dead? The last time I played this, like 2 hits, and I beat him. Anyway. Yeah, it's just extremely irritating. And like the people collecting these games and paying like these outrageous prices, they don't actually care. And someone's dropping $700 for a damn 32X cartridge, they're probably not even playing it anyway, because they're like, sorry, it's my camera. So when you spend that much money on a game, you're probably treating it like some kind of an investment commodity, and you're not going to risk damaging it in the mushroom. Like, it's just absolutely preposterous. And it's the one piece of hardware I'm like looking around the whole room here where I'm like, it's a gigantic pain in the ass, but if it was still, you know, treated like a $5 to $10 piece of junk like it should be, I'd be like, you know, it sucks. It has good games, but, you know, it's just a grossly underpowered and stripped-back Saturn. It's like, all of the games in this library should have been on a Saturn. Or they're just really shoddily, hastily done Mega Drive ports. That barely offer any enhancement whatsoever. But, you know, if it was cheap like it's supposed to be, I'd be like, oh, it sucks, but I'll, like, hang on to it. Like, I can store it in the closet, and then just, when I need to capture footage direct from hardware, or if I want to play Chaotix 100% old school, then I'll, you know, take it out. But the price this damn thing commands, it just has me like, you know, not only am I disgusted at it because of my history with it, and just what it still is. Give me my big ring! Give me the big ring! It just honestly makes me want to sell it and just get back what I paid for it after these film projects are over. Primarily this one that you're watching. It's the most important one. And I don't normally get into the details of my wheeling and dealing, because that's my business, not the internet's. I'm not here to gain clout with strangers on the internet. I'm not interested in... That's why... one reason why I don't like do pickups videos or anything of that shit. But like, I sold some stuff to a local shop, and I was expecting to like, at most break even, and then there's a few things where they actually were willing to pay me more than I had paid for it. And I was like, wasn't expecting that. And then, you know, just for shits and giggles, I like tried to haggle on the price of the 32X, and I actually succeeded in getting them to offer a lower price. So it was kind of like, damn it, if the prices just keep going up on this damn thing, and it's better to buy it from a local shop that 100% will give you my money back if something's supposed to be working and actually isn't. Whereas on eBay, you may or may not get your money back if it's not as advertised. And a lot of people online just don't know what the hell they're talking about, what they're dealing with. It's like, damn it, you know, if I'm gonna do this, I guess this is like my best opportunity. It's gonna be like the least amount of investment on my part to go ahead and take the plunge. But I'm still like, damn it. I don't know if this was worth it. I don't like holding on to something I have such disdain for and knowing how much money is wrapped up in it, even though I didn't rotate the map enough again! It's the curse of the 32X. It's got me all worked up. I can't... I'm playing special stages correctly. As I hit the mic again, I am sorry. Camera's like... I'm getting blasted with light here, so I guess I can't. Music's so good, though. This should have been on Saturn, but... music's damn good. Yes, big SBO, yeah! Big vector, yeah! Look at, I love it, I love the animations. These characters are so fun. These enemies, the enemies in these levels are really obnoxiously placed. Some of them... the places that they're vulnerable to attack are not as intuitive and forthcoming as in the other Sonic games. I just need 3 more rings, I think I'm close to the exit. I was right. And stage designs, I mean, the art design is pretty cool. But they're not as fun to play. Like, they're just not as polished and refined as the levels in other Sonic games. And there's a lot of them, like every zone has 5 levels. So it starts to wear out its welcome, because there's also just not a really good sense of progression. Like, even in the oldest Sonic games, like, there's just a good sense of, like, of progress, because, you know, the levels keep offering different layouts and like, just different landmarks and visual cues so that you can tell right away which act you're on, and you can tell which part of the act you're on pretty easily, so... I really think it would have been okay to chop some levels up, or just make, if you wanted to have the same number of stages, then just change the zones. So we've got some different biomes. But just need more polish. And I don't know if it's because this was a Saturn project and it got kicked over to 32X. Effectively, to make a long story as short and simple as possible, it was like Tom Kalinske was basically like, we desperately need a Sonic game to sell the 32X. So this was like the easiest thing to go ahead and like, shift over to away from Saturn. You know, and there's certain things that Tom Kalinske did that I respect, like, you know, going after Nintendo at a time when Nintendo was really strong was pretty funny. It's still funny. You know, fighting to get Sega equal retail space with Nintendo is admirable. And it was nice that he recognized that people like very quickly latched onto Sonic, and he was like really eager to get his games into the hands of Western players. So that's something I appreciate, but yeah, the more I've learned, the more I'm like... Tom and I think others on his team, like, as good as they were at very specific things, it's like they just didn't know how to sell anything but Genesis. They could not get removed from Genesis, and to a lesser extent Game Gear. It's like, man, you're working for the company, it's your job to sell their products. You don't have to be in love with every single thing that Sega of Japan makes. But it's your job to sell it. You offered your input on an opinion on the Saturn. Headquarters decided to go with it as planned. It's your job to make the most of it and sell it. And then it got even worse after Tom was gone, because then, like, Sega of America was, like, trying to join Sony of America's side and trashing the Saturn. It's like, what are y'all doing? You're acting like you want to join the competition. It's like, yeah, we'll be seen as cool if we also make fun of the Saturn. Like that Panzer Dragoon Saga ad that made fun of, like, how few copies were available. And, like, almost all of the ad was, like, a cutout of Edge's face. You were supposed to wear as a mask. Like, everyone involved in making that advert should have been fired. Woo! Go, Vector, go! I almost said Vector Man. I mean, who's cooler, Vector or Vector Man? That's hard to say. They're both pretty rad. But at least Vector has gotten a chance to move on beyond this. Vector Man is not. That makes me very sad. I still want Vector Man 3, damn it. Forget Shenmue 4, y'all. Let's get Vector Man 3. Or, you know, a good port of Knuckles Chaotix. This is where you have to start thinking three-dimensionally. Vector's a little taller, so it's harder to see. I'm nervous in parts like this because the draw distance is not as far as it should be, considering the simple polygons that we're. Oh, that's a tease. Oh, come on. Oh dear, oh dear, okay. Makes me nervous, I can't see what's coming up. Just stop getting hit. Oh my gosh, I just want to get past this. I get nervous when what's coming up has not popped in yet, and I also get nervous the parts where they expect you to go backwards. It's like you barely see what's behind you at all. It's like, why would you design it like that, knowing where the camera is positioned? Like right here, like you got barely any time. Oh my gosh, no, I don't want to do all that shit again. Again, it's like, those stages are kind of clever, but it starts to get annoying. Like, the camera needed to be, like, a little bit higher, maybe a tad bit further back. Probably like the special stages in Sonic 2. If you don't activate this doohickey, and you get to the end of the level, guess what? It doesn't count. You have to do it over. Isn't that fantastic? But these levels and a lot of the aesthetic going on does remind me a lot of Sonic CD, which is a good thing. I think Sonic CD is better, but... I do like that this is pretty much the closest thing we ever got to a direct sequel to Sonic CD, even though Sonic's not in it, but Get Metal Sonic back. There's a lot of similar art design vibes. I want to say that at least some of the people who worked on Sonic CD were on this project. So. I don't want to lose my rings. It's a lot harder to focus. There's two characters on screen. And of course, wouldn't you know it, that's the end of the stage, and I lost my rings. I wouldn't call it an amazing arena, it's my least favorite zone in this game. Maybe we should, as much as I love Vector, we should switch him out for Charmy, or even Mighty, like somebody smaller for the special stages. I'm an idiot, I just picked Bomb. Well, he is smaller, but... I'm not really worried about these, but just to show those of you who've never seen these bonus stages, it's mainly just to get points and rings. It's kind of a trip. It's like whoa, it's like 3D, yet it's 2D. Probably shouldn't play this if you're under, Oh, I did just get an extra chance at the combi catcher. In case I don't get the character I want. That's a trip. I don't think they actually end just by continuing to go. I think it is infinite until you run out of rings. I should have thrown bomb in there. Forgot. That was one of the things I wanted to do. Well, at least SPO's not as tall as Vector, so maybe I'll slightly, very slightly see better. Are you kidding me? Such a tease! I hate that so much. I'm trying to concentrate. I need as much time on the clock as possible. So that I don't have as much anxiety. I guess that's asking for too much. All smiles, right? It's happy, happy, fun time. Nope. Nope. Would you just get over that bumper? Why you gotta be like that, Sega? Why? Oh, come on. That was mean-spirited. Let us never speak of that again. Chaos Rings, not Chaos Emeralds! Wow, it's blowing my mind. Oh, that's what it does. It lets you freely pick. See, if I had the manual that I now wish I hadn't sold, I might have known that already. Ow. Legs going to sleep, sorry. You notice how we haven't fought any bosses yet? This game just kinda overdoes the same thing over and over before it really gets changed up. Oh, I want the combine ring! There we go. It's like, I know it's coming up soon. I was just like, don't overshoot it. You're supposed to throw Charmy in. So it might be just very slightly easier to see where I'm going. Plus, he's adorable. Look at him. Figure out where the hell I'm going. Oh my gosh, I can't believe they make you do that. It's such a narrow... Ugh. can't see behind you, Sega! Are you setting off my anxiety so badly? I can't see what I'm doing. I don't want to do that part again. Well, at least I don't have to worry about spheres. Let's get some rings. Let's be cool, man. Be cool. Don't fall off. It just feels like you're gonna fall off. Don't do it! It's like I'm one polygonal tear away from doom. Get nervous. Because I don't remember. It's been 30 years since I played this game, alright? It's like, I don't know what's in the final part of this. And I don't want to do that again. Slowdown does not help. I can't see where I'm gonna go. Hopefully this thing helps me. It's like the scariest thing it could have possibly asked me to do, game. Okay, now I just have to make it. No. Why is my rings going down so fast? That was so scary. Please tell me it's over. You can laugh all you want, but like, I just... Oh, yay, perfect. It's like, when I can't see... when the environment's not popped in yet, and I'm getting blasted way into the air, and I just can't see anything but the background layer, it's like, it's just like... it's nerve-wracking. Okay, now I can breathe a little bit more. Even though it's really hot here in space right now. Way too much. Guys. Ooh, sprite manipulation. You gotta love it. Well, dang it. I think you have to have a certain number of rings before, that will appear. Alright. So we go this way. Oh, it's Big Charmy! Look at him! And now he's... oh, he's back to normal. It's the lesbian. You know, unlike Sonic CD, I don't know that there's any places that benefit from you being small. And you also lose your jumping ability. Your height. Jump, but barely. Oh great, feels like I'm gonna sneeze. I'm sorry if it happens. Even in space. Sometimes space dust gets in. Sorry. It was gonna hurt if I held that one back. No! No! Oh, come on, guys. It's moments like that where the tethered physics really just... aren't fun. It's also a little annoying when you do lose your rings. It seems like half or more of them are irretrievable because they're being sprite scaled like into the screen, which also causes some slowdown. this again. So, like, just for no apparent reason, like, this stage of this zone really wears out its welcome. It's just extra long. And it's not like the stages in Sonic 3 and Knuckles that pretty much always take at least 5 minutes to get through. But those are, like, visually interesting and there's stuff going on. This one's like... we've been doing the same thing, mostly. Wait a minute. What's going on? It's a wireframe. Is this just for shits and giggles? That's the raw polygons. It's like... ah, shit. It's a little disorienting. I mean, it kind of looks cool. How did I miss that one again? Like, I've literally never seen this before, so I'm like, what's gonna happen? So you don't earn extra lives or continues either. I figured that was gonna happen, it's harder to tell. Oh dear. See, like, we're this far into the recording, I would have already finished Sonic 1, like, more than 30 minutes ago. And even Sonic 2, I'd be pretty much at the end. No, I'd already be done. What am I saying? how I keep misjudging this so badly. I don't care. It's not the actual boss. Ugh. This playthrough is already dragging on enough. If I don't have to do anything else with Chaos Rings, I'm just gonna leave that alone. Really nice if my headphones will stop slipping. I don't think there's any way to fix that at this point. We're gonna finally have a boss fight? Nope, it's level 4. This game... That seems to be the only kind of secrets, is just like, there's a few walls you can go through to find bonus stage rings, that's about it. I mean, there's a few hidden power-ups here and there. Just shockingly hard to dodge the attacks. I think it's just the fact that there's two characters on screen really just throws me off extra. Stretch both of my legs out. I got this really cute Kirby pillow, and it's helping a little bit. I should be playing on the couch, but I couldn't get the camera and the light both set up well, so here on the floor. Rocking out to Chaotix, yo. It's a good thing the music is so good because it helps the repetition not feel quite as awful. It's just a good thing that the music's good and that, like, you know, the colors are nice to look at. And the characters are fun. And, like, the basic gameplay, you know, it's still Sonic, it's still fun. So, it's just, my gosh. These levels get really long in the tooth. And just seeing that... just the same... pretty much following the same beats over and over. We've spent so much time on this game already. Well, I guess as long as I don't fall through the level, we'll find out what happens. I mean, it would have to be some reward, like just a combi catcher thing. Forget it. I can't tell. This game just does not want us to have any boss fights, I guess, within the first 2 hours of the video. I don't know if that was supposed to work or not, but there you go. Dang it. I do like that the jumping sounds the same as in Sonic CD. Took me over 90 minutes to mention that. What? We're gonna have a boss fight? Eventually. No, shit. Can we reuse these? Chintzy one-way elevators. Oh, what? I didn't know sparks could come down and hurt you. Oh. You know how it is on this channel. You do a Let's Play of a Sonic game, there's always at least one really stupid death. No, you don't get a no-miss clear. Unless you do the video over several times, then you finally get one. I don't know if that counts. Since this game doesn't have lives, I think you can just keep retrying as much as you want. You can get a bad ending, but I don't think you can get a game over before that. Might be my favorite song. It's pretty neat. I don't think there's any other Sonic zones that are quite like that one. That I'm recalling. I feel like one of them in Superstars might be kind of similar to that. Excuse me. This game's kind of exhausting to do it in one sitting. I mean, it has a battery backup save, so I think it was not necessarily expected for you to complete it in one shot, but even so, it should not have been this repetitive. I mean, it usually takes me a little over 2 hours to beat Sonic 3 and Knuckles, but like, there's so much variety in that game. It's harder to feel like, you know, it's too repetitive. Oh goodness. Yay, clear stage. Oh, it's also much later. Just because you're in space doesn't mean your circadian rhythm disappears. It's much later than I realized. I'm still trying to follow, you know, Earth's day-night cycle here on the ship. Just because you spend time in space doesn't mean the design of the human body and its sleep cycle magically changes, you know? Also, you know, it would figure that the first boss actually fight For one thing, it took so long to get to it that it's almost like, like my guard was down. I guess, for lack of a better way to describe that. But also, it is like the weirdest boss in the whole game. So it wants you to use the tether to like fling use your partner to fling you into Eggman, but like it's very weird. I'll try to describe it more as we get back into the battle. There we go, shield. That would have been handy in the last attempt. Damn it. I wanted the shield for the boss fight. Yeah, so it's like if you keep B held down, you can hang out down here and avoid boss. Which I guess you can also do by holding down. You just have to... It's just not... This doesn't seem consistent about when it wants to let you go. When you release the D-pad. And then of course it's hard to steer. If you weren't aimed in a certain direction already. Oh my gosh, really? What the fork in the road? Can we just be done with this already? Gosh, I appreciate that they made a boss that takes advantage of this game's unique mechanics, but yeah, it's annoying. The slowdown when you or your partner gets hit is also not helpful. It's not like the slowdown in the older Sonic games when he loses rings. This is much more significant and distracting. The elevator man. Vector man! I can't tell you how much I want Vector Man 3. Or even just for somebody to figure out how to finish the cancelled Vector Man 3 on PS2. Cancelled that, but then let that really terrible looking Altered Beasts. Not really a remake, sort of a... I guess taking the premise and trying to make it more of a sci-fi thing, where it's like... It seems more like Resident Evil. We'll have to play it for the channel sometime. I'm trying to remember, it came... I know it was released in PAL regions. I don't think it came to the North American market. Don't know if it was released in Japan. We'll find out. He's big SPO. Oh my gosh. We just want to get to the boss, yeah. Damn it. Okay, that was Vector who took the hit. Hey, that was a somewhat more professional looking boss fight, right? Oh my gosh, my leg hurts so much right now. The sacrifices I have made for this channel, let me tell you. Cycling back to an earlier point where I'm like thinking about just selling this damn thing, like once I've gotten my fill of the actual good games on the 32X and tried out some of the homebrew stuff. It might be an instance where, like, you know, I prefer to play on original hardware whenever possible, but 32X, that might have to be a cake of fusion thing. Like, I hate playing on a computer, but there's just too much money wrapped up in the damn 32X and its market. It's such a pain in the ass to run. So I even thought about, like, as much as my Model 1 would hate me for it, like, maybe we'll hook it up to that! But then it was like, oh shit, that's right. You need a different kind of mixer cable, because otherwise, it's gonna pull mono, and not stereo from the Mega Drive. Shit. I can't. Nothing about this is easy or intuitive. But then it's missing a spacer for the Model 2, except, you know, be extra careful to not disturb the 32X. Damn it, Vector. I might have just super backtracked. Not supposed to. Yeah, I probably just did. Shit. My brain's getting tired at this point. 32 times the blast processing is not. Been there. I didn't want to go to the bonus stage. Okay. Seriously, I'm holding up. Can we please get to the end of this damn stage? Where do you want me to go? Oh, damn it. Where am I supposed to go? I cannot remember for the life of me. See, they made the level that long to get to the boss. See, these bad guys aren't being scaled, so it's hard to tell, like, when are they vulnerable? Well, whatever. That's not an amazing arena. My leg hurts so much. Because it's a piece of fucking shit. To quote AVGN. Again, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. The game's not a piece of shit. There are each reasons. I'm sorry. It's just the timing and the execution is just unbelievably terrible. Like, the idea behind the 32X is a noble one. Like, let's give our customers a more powerful Mega Drive. And then, you know, for a budget-friendly option to, you know, place some, shit. Why did I just stick with Vector? Heavy's gonna make things harder. But yeah, it should have just been the original idea. I forget off the top of my head who it was at SEGA Japan. It might have even been the president that was like, let's, you know, do like a final revision of the Mega Drive. It's gonna be more powerful. I don't know if that would have just been like just a faster version of the same processor, more onboard memory, VDP that could display more colors. It's so lame. My opinion is I should have just shelved the idea, but if you were gonna do it, you already had the SVP chip. I want to scream. Why are you freezing? Like, I don't think it has anything to do with the EverDrive, so I've not run into that with like the 16-bit games. This plays Knuckles, like, well, at least in the West. His name is on the box. What was I even saying? Okay. Yeah, you already had the SVP chip. It did an amazing job making virtual racing possible on a stock Mega Drive. Just take that, make it a pass-through cartridge instead, so people can, like 50 bucks. That's your add-on. And then the cartridges that take advantage of it could just be more or less regular price. But then you could have done, you know, virtual racing like that, Virtual Fighter, Star Wars Arcade, like Model 1 games. This is like a sampler, be like, hey, here's the stuff Sega's been working on, which would have been really cool for someone like me who had no idea what was actually going on in the arcade. Like, the places that had arcade games around where I grew up were always, like, years behind. Like, the first polygonal 3D game that I ever saw was Cyber Sled, and I'm pretty sure that was at least a year or two after it was out. Originally. Sega of America, although they did make Sega Visions a fun magazine to read, they really dropped the ball as far as informing us what the heck Sega was doing in Japan and what was actually going on in the arcade scene. Yeah, like a cheaper way to give your customers like a little bit of an upgrade, but without competing against yourself. 32X versus Saturn. It's like just the most absurd thing. Like, you knew what's coming. You knew what's coming, Tom. Like, why are you competing against yourself? And some people out there are like, yeah, it's all America's fault. It's like, they definitely have the lion's share of the blame, but also, like, Sega Japan, they're supposed to be, like, the head of the company, right? It's like, somebody over there should be like, hey, this project's gotten, like, way out of proportion. It's not in line at all with the original concept. But they okayed it, and they even put the damn thing out in Japan and South Korea. And then, of course, in PAL territories as well. So it's like, it was very much an international effort to make that failure happen. Just so frustrating. Just all the wasted material and development resources. Like, all the games that should have been on Saturn, like this one. Star Wars Arcade would have been an amazing port on Saturn. Instead of Vertubo games having to make multiple 32-bit versions of some of the Sega Superscalers, could have just put it all on Saturn, and instead of there having to be 2 Space Harrier 32 bits and 2 Afterburner 32 bits, maybe we could have had something like Thunderblade or Racing Hero. A proper scaling version of Super Monaco GP, or I don't know, maybe Outrunners, like an actual faithful version of it. Oh, that was weird. see if we can get through this without the game freezing. Oh my gosh, we're not even on the boss level. I'm actually not sure what the point of that elevator is. Well, at least it was Speed Slider and not Freeze Slider. Just saying. Oh dear. I don't think the 32X likes being on for this long period of time. To be fair, you know, Americans don't take care of their video game equipment. I'm sure it's well overdue for a recap. There's something else. It's like the ribbon or something else that is prone to failure on these things. It's pretty much mandatory maintenance. If you actually want to use the thing and not just put it on your shelf to make yourself look cool to a bunch of other weirdos on YouTube. One of those people that's like, oh, my collection's worth like this much money, and like, who fucking cares? It shouldn't be. Especially the 32X. this one's weird, okay. It's like, you're constantly being pushed in one direction. So it's like you're on a merry-go-round. But the floor is not moving in any way to indicate that it's kind of disorienting. It's like, otherwise it's easy. That's the pattern. So, whatever number is going to be right before the X, hit the bumper. And then it should land on X. Yay! Okay, that wasn't too bad. Now for the tricky part. Y'all never seen this before. I don't remember, is that if that was supposed to be like a master chaos ring, or like just the 7th one? Look at that, that trip. Take a hit on the first part. It's the easy part. It looks so wicked though, doesn't it? He doesn't really think three-dimensionally, though, even though it seems like he should be able to. Here's the thing with this one. You almost think that you have to climb to like get above the beam, and and then jump and hit him, which I think you can do, but the trick is just stay on the floor. For some reason, he won't go any lower the fire beam. I don't know why there's not any sound effects when he's firing his... Kinda makes the fight feel, wasn't finished being developed, almost. I mean, he looks super cool and menacing, but it is kinda like... Definitely cheese the hell out of it. Yay, cool! There's Sonic and Tails. I don't know if anyone in SEGA even cares enough to consider anything about this game besides the soundtrack. Chronologically, I would place this, like, sometime after Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Robotnik's Eggman. He's licking his wounds. He's lost a death egg, he's lost a lot of his resources, so he's resorted to hijacking this theme park and Knuckles was on vacation, chilling with his new friends. Sonic and Tails finally figured out where Eggman was, what he was into, and came to help, but Knuckles and the Chaotix already took care of business. And I'm sure there's details I'm missing that were in the manual. I'm not bitter at all. Thanks for playing. A lot of unexpected emotions coming out here. "30 years removed. This damn mushroom. Sake of America's dumbass shenanigans got between me and the Saturn, which they were supposed to be selling me. Other people. I like this game. I wish it could be brought forward like the other classics. But this hardware, it sucks. It's just the worst kind of stopgap, because it's like trying to be the Saturn, but it's like severely downgraded, and it can't function on its own. It has to leech off of a Mega Drive. Needs its own damn power supply. Despite that, it's just what a mess. What a mess. Look at this. Let's see if I can do this without the camera freaking out. It's all black, so you can't freaking see it that well. Anyway. For one final quote from AVGN, it's like it's on life support back there. Yeah. That's what it looks like. So, thanks for watching, thanks for sticking with me. That was a really long video. At least, I guess, relative to what I thought it would be going into this. But I guess that's roughly the length of my Sonic 3 and Knuckles video, so. Yeah. After this and the related videos to it are published, I don't know what's gonna happen with that 32X. I think it's better to sell it. We'll see. Anyway, laters. Much loves.